Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be covering Repo Man. Now, he made his first appearance in Action Comics, issue number 821, that was released in January of 2005. His real name is Jesse, and he's a country boy from Smallville, Kansas that was a former repossession lot attendant who got promoted to being an actual repossession agent. Also being noted as a diminutive and frail, about 98-pound man that has blue eyes and strawberry blonde hair. Now, Jesse was given a massive power boost by the old god named Gog. Gog is a longtime enemy of Superman and was using the young man to get at Supes. Now, all of this involved a very rare form of kryptonite that's known as Gold Kryptonite, which typically permanently takes away any Kryptonian's powers, not even letting them pass on their superpowered traits to their offspring. But in this case, Gog gave Jesse a specialized and uniquely tailored form of Gold Kryptonite. This actually gave the young man immense and unique superpower. Yet, as far as we saw, this version did not permanently take away Kryptonian's powers, although it did seem to weaken Superboy. With this Gold Kryptonite boost, the Repo Man gained vast superhuman strength, durability, and reflexes, being able to manhandle Connor Kent, as well as knock Superman several miles away to St. Louis, Missouri with one punch. Not to mention being able to handle several blows from Superman and claiming to have barely felt it. Additionally, the Repo Man could gain massive size, being able to put on a physique that would make Arnold Schwarzenegger envious. The largest that we saw him get was about 3 stories tall and being as wide as a barn. The only glaring weakness that he seems to have is that he does not have superhuman stamina and can only maintain this enhanced form for a brief period of time. Now, we first see Jesse as a young man that was employed with the We Tow You collection agency. He always seemed upset at the world and felt shortchanged by life, as well as being frustrated with always being picked on growing up. Funny enough, he always wanted to become a Repo Man when he got older, wanting to be able to flex the power that would give him over other people. Ironically, his boss would initially not give him the repo job and made him an attendant because he said he lacked the type of body that he needed to intimidate others, while also being concerned that Jesse would have the type of personality that he would abuse his position of power to make other people suffer. But eventually we'd see the grumblings of Jesse be rewarded with a visit by a mysterious white-haired man who was actually Gog. This mystery man endowed him with a large gold-colored crystal, which we now know is Gold Kryptonite, and the powers that came along with it. Now being an agent of Gog, he was instructed to go to the Kent farm on Christmas Day and seek out Superman. His initial ruse was that he had come to repossess Jonathan Kent's truck, but what he really wanted was a fight with Superman. And when he was confronted by Connor Kent, he would quickly transform into the powerful Repo Man, growing to be at least twice Connor's height and size, and now sporting glowing gold eyes. His massive power was apparent when he punched Connor clean through the Kent farmhouse. And like clockwork, just as Gog had predicted, Superman would quickly show up on the scene, delivering massive blows that were intended to take Repo Man down. However, Repo Man was excited to declare that he had barely felt Superman's blows, then going through another transformation into an even larger form and knocking Superman several miles away with one punch. This would cause Repo Man to get even more egotistical, claiming himself to be unstoppable. His monologue would only be interrupted by Connor, now dressed as Superboy, attacking him and the two doing battle in the middle of the farm. But at this point, Superboy would start to feel that he was being weakened and would easily be thrown into a tractor. And when old man Jonathan Kent made the mistake of shooting Repo Man with a shotgun, somehow thinking that this was gonna stop him, the only thing that stopped Repo Man from ripping his arms off was Connor whistling for Krypto to attack. This distracting the hulking villain just long enough for Superman to come back to the farm. Supes gave it to Repo Man a little harder this time, plowing into him at full speed and burrowing a huge burrow across the Kansas landscape. And just as the dust settled and Superman was standing over him, ready to start pummeling, he would be shocked when Repo Man started to get smaller and weaker. The massive villain still talking trash and not realizing that his power was fading and that he was getting smaller and smaller. Superman listened for a brief moment as he ranted about people looking down upon him and making him feel small, tormenting him throughout his life. And that now he was better than everybody and would take whatever he wanted for himself whenever he wanted. But after Repo Man started making more threats towards Superman's family, Supes would just use the flick of his finger to knock him out. We'd later see Repo Man strapped to an observation table at the Justice League Watchtower in space. Aquaman was using this high-tech examination station to conduct diagnostic tests on the young man. And the King of the Sea would quickly get tired of his delusional ranting as well, and would help convince Superman to take him back to Earth to S.T.A.R Labs in Metropolis for further testing because he did not want him there. Now, for his powers and abilities, and his brief influence on the DC universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give the Repo Man a rating of 6, which is an expert rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join the new Sage.